Hello and welcome to another day of streaming on the TG Diamond League. And right now we have Restore Hope versus Washed Up Kids. It's going to be the game that we could not continue the last time because of riot problems. And you know, that happens, but we're here staying strong. Restore Hope 1-0 versus Washed Up Kids. And can they take down the Washed Up Kids this game? It's going to be an important match because it's going to have the standings of the group stage completely different if they win this from Restore Hope. But if Washed Up Kids wins, they might actually be able to kick someone out of the group stage and from the playoffs. With me right now is Grang, my co-caster, and tonight we will be doing the stream for you guys. I'm very excited. How about you, Grang?
Oh, I'm super excited. You know, it's been the 3 weeks and it's now culminating in these final games. Tomorrow will be the final game between Washed Up Kids and Big Biceps. But yeah, Washed Up Kids, this is even crucial game for them because right now they are out of playoffs, but they still have that small chance to get in. But they have to do the reverse sweep today against Restore Hope, and I do believe with the tiebreaker rule, they will be able to secure a playoff spot, as they will be tied with Restore Hope on points. But because if they win, they will have the advantage over that one. So Restore Hope also fighting for that final playoff spot. But yeah, CE Legacy I think, have already secured the first seed for playoffs. Number 2 will be Big Biceps. Number 3, Quantum Vortex. And number 4, ELG Sports. But I do believe that if it was Restore Hope that would pick up the win here, they would be tied with ELG Sports. And I do believe that Restore Hope were able to win against ELG. Let me just check real quick if I can find it that fast.
Standings.
Restore.
So we can check the standings. Don't worry, it should be around here somewhere.
Yeah, I just checked the past games. Yeah, Restore Hope did beat ELG Sports on when they met. So if Restore Hope would win this game, they would move up to fourth, and ELG would be relegated to that final playoff spot, and would have to run the entire gauntlet.
Yep. All right, and it looks like the teams are starting. They did do a virtual draft, guys. So you know, keep that in mind when they're picking. We will see it in order, but we had some unfortunate technical difficulties, and we are into champion section right now. Game 2, Washed Up Kids versus Restore Hope.
The joke's on you!
Alright, and first ban is going to be a Shaco ban. I think I wouldn't see that. I wouldn't say that's a really nice ban, to be honest. But all right, we'll take it.
Come on, I won't hurt you. I promise.
Yeah, bans coming out fast. Shaco being banned out by Washed Up Kids, being a signature pick for Robin Hood. Also the Orn.
Are you certain?
Few counters, but on the side of Restore Hope, the Olaf and the Blue already being banned out themselves. Let's see, the Zaya and the Kate will be the final bans of the first round. And now the top laner for Washed Up Kids, it is Vladimir. On that top lane, Kelly's gonna have a chance to play that blood-sucking champion. And it's gonna go up against the Mordekaiser, so would be a difficult lane on that. On the top lane, Jarvan already jungle, pick for Restore Hope, and an immediate Echo. Getting picked up. Seeing Echo jungles have not really been that successful. Only a handful of players have managed to have an actual good game on Echo, so that's why Echo is a little bit of a not that highly picked. As mid lane gets hovered over, it is a Jace, so a lot of poke damage.
A Jace
coming up.
mid versus a Kassadin. That's going to be very interesting. I really want to see the matchup. I mean, top is an island, is boring. Jarvan and Echo, well, you know, they go pretty well against each other. Oh, wait, it's not a Kassadin. Is he troll like me? It's actually going to be Veigar. Alright, alright.
Yeah, so the teams have done the pro draft, so as long as they keep to their picks, I think the hovers are still fine. So a little bit of a throw, a little bit of a giving me hope of the support Teemo coming up.
Fear controls them.
You really want to see that, huh?
I'm taking that. That's going to be on my tombstone when I die. I want to see a support Teemo.
Alright. Echo, well, you know.
But yeah, a lot of more jungle picks coming up. So Zac and Hecarim from the Restore Hope, and a Nocturne Kane from WashedUpKids. And already moving up onto the bottom lane. So Kai'Sa being backed up by Love Note, and it gets followed up by Severe and Thresh, the duo Penguins, and the Senna support.
Alright, so we have two pretty strong team compositions in my opinion. Echo and Jace really strong early game. Vladimir and Sivir really strong mid and late game, right? But I'm missing some sort of engage on that Mordekaiser. That Mordekaiser is going to destroy Jace, destroy Vladimir, and destroy Echo late game. So and then you have a Kai'Sa and a Senna, and Kai'Sa and Senna are actually pretty good together. I would prefer like having a Jhin, for example, in this composition right now. But I mean, it's all right. Maybe they know what they're doing as a team, and you know they worked this out and they practiced this before. I really hope that Restore Hope is actually going to be having some sort of early game, but I'm afraid right now it's looking to be WashedUpKids taking down the early game, and you know, taking down the mid lane mid game maybe as well. I'm not entirely sure though. What do you think?
It's very hard to put out because you see that both teams have these scaling comps a little bit that they want to put on with the getting Jace, who's obviously most likely gonna be running the Dark Harvest, so he's gonna want all the stacks as he can, as well as Severe getting to that five items. But on the other side, having a Veigar and Mordekaiser, so it's really gonna come down to the middle of who's gonna get to the mid to late game first. And whoever gets there is gonna have an advantage over. So I'm expecting the junglers to put a focus onto those scaling laners. So I'm gonna see a lot of action ganking from to the mid lane and the top lane.
We have seen both teams in the streams already, right? We have seen them competing a couple of times even for WashedUpKids, and every time they just seem to be missing the ball or just having a really not having a fun early game, and then just coming back with such a comeback. Preferring, of course, to that game with, was it against Quantum Vortex? I believe it was. Not entirely sure. Let me check.
Yeah, could be. But yeah, as we saw on Thursday, as these teams both had their first game, it was really the case of Love Note versus Kelly. And I might be thinking something similar, that Kelly's gonna be a carry force really for WashedUpKids, the captain of WashedUpKids. He's really gonna charge his team.
Yeah, and Kelly is not someone to be messed with. He has been doing his things on Vladimir before in multiple games. They still give him that Vladimir though. So I'm not sure what Restore Hope was thinking there. I would definitely have banned out this Vladimir. He's been being a consistent damage dealer, has been doing super well. But I mean, now Mordekaiser versus Vladimir, I'm not entirely sure if they win that in a 1v1 or a 2v2 with Echo, but you know, we'll see what happens. 25 seconds more to go before we get into the game. I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's really the Echo really has been a hit and miss so far in some cases. So I want to make a prediction that if WashedUpKids win, it's either going to be off or because that prediction. So gonna get into the loading screen, gonna see what the Keystone Masteries will be, if there's anything out of the ordinary. Gonna see as the load comes up. Alrighty, so Chase has opted for Electrocute instead of the Dark Harvest stack. It's a nice pickup. Does a lot of damage with the burst on his. Just getting that cute and turn into the hammer form. Getting those spells, it's gonna do a lot of burst damage in a very fast time. And also the Senna has opted for the Airy. That's an interesting pickup. There's a more focus more on the supporting style of Senna instead of just dealing out the damage.
Yeah, 100%. I think honestly, I'm just gonna say that I'm just gonna see what the teams do. You know, once we see that first 5 minutes, 7 minutes into the game and see what they actually are capable of as a team, then we'll see the massive difference. Of course, Restore Hope already has won one game, so you know there is a little bit of a positivity there for Restore Hope, but WashedUpKids can actually just completely run them down in the early game. And we have seen Penguin on Mars and Penguin on Earth already on Thresh versus Sivir, Thresh with Sivir, and they did quite well. I mean, their early state wasn't that good compared to what you would want to see with that composition in the bot lane, but they know how to do the laning phase at least. That's very important.
Yeah, also that's an interesting outside effect. So you had the game on Thursday that was delayed until now. Does that put extra stress on WashedUpKids' side? That okay, so we now have few days time to think out a comp that really is gonna win us the game. Does that put more stress on your team? As we see already, both teams just covering their entrances, just making sure that there's not gonna be any invades coming for either team, although there was a gap open by the red camp for Restore Hope as Jarvan was just hovering over the red buff camp, but has now moved to the blue side, while Echo is going to start on the red side. And the jungle and Jace actually now going in for a late ward on the red buff. So he's gonna have a vision over when Piranha makes his way to the topside jungle. You see, already a nice sort of leash coming up. Jarvan just a little bit faster on getting that first buff. So could be having a slightly faster clear time. You see, but teams just happy taking their distance, just happy farming for now. It is something that you don't want Penguin on Mars to do. Because there is that threat of the 5 items severe that's gonna be hitting late game. So every bit of CS that you can deny is a win. There's a lot of poke already on the Penguin on Earth. But has that distance, meanwhile top laners just dashing it out. Don't expect much to happen there as Mistake is already hovering over to the top side. He's taking the risk up there. It's actually the jungler is going to meet over in that entrance. Both junglers very healthy still. Jarvan misjudges this flag and drag, but now gets engaged by Pain Knight also has to flash away from the cage that Lemiro had dropped down, so a little bit Sony coming out, but now there's the collapse from the top lane. Arabic has come down, and there's the knockup onto the Echo. He flashes over, and he's still looking to go down. There's one more auto attack coming up, and his first blow for Lemiro.
That was such a nice play there as well from that team, man. Really nice execution there. Good follow-up, getting that kill, and 2 assists and a kill is really good on a team that is so early game focused.
Oh, nice hook connects onto Robin, who gets on the turret range but doesn't get a shot. There's the ignite. He gets burned and a flash. Penguin and Mars is onto him to get that kill, and the Severe is on the tracks to get.
Oh, but look at Jarvan. Jarvan can come from the back though. They don't have that warded. Oh, the hesitation.
Oh, too much hesitation. He's just gonna start the recall. I don't think he is going to engage now. He's just gonna go back to base.
That was so unfortunate. If he actually went through with that, just making sure that I understand that, you know, there might be a way that they could have seen that, but I think during that heat of the moment, they were actually not looking at that brush, and he would have had a double kill there, and that would have been so good for his Kai'Sa early, especially, or for him early if he gets that double kill, or at least the heal of Sipper, of course.
Yeah, might have just thinking that mistake could be like nearby, so just didn't want to risk it for a biscuit. But yeah, so 1 kill for each side.
Top lane as expected, going with a 1v1 island, you know, just farming it up, even in CS. 1 CS difference, I mean.
I mean, it's every lead starts with 1. Let's see, but yeah, with that assist that he managed to get from the first blood, he was able to pick up an Amplify and time to go onto the early game laning phase. So he's just harassing Kelly even more with the damage. Right from form comes through, but doesn't really get anything, as both junglers are now gonna fight in the Dragon Pit with the Ocean Dragon. Still not active though, so didn't deal as much damage. Root does connect but no follow-up, but that is the Dragon fight going to happen onto an expiring ward just at the nick of time, and a nice hook connects onto Piranha Pig, and he is down. The jungler is down for Restore Hope. Nice Lantern keeps Mars away from the fight, but there is a pincher move coming up, but Payna is just gonna jump in to get the hammer form damage out, and they're engaging, they're forming, but they're not focusing. Mars is just gonna clean up a double kill. Lemiro tries to get something back, but he's all alone against 4 members, and Kelly is just gonna pick that kill up.
Let me correct you, that was 5 members getting that Drake, a triple kill in total. Such a beautiful fight there. From the side of WashedUpKids.
Yeah, it was just really unfortunate really for Ababi, who did not have his teleport available, so he was just like, oh mates, you're dead, I can like get the turret blade in, so you know, got that going for me. But that was like an escalating trade, so all the way from the first blood that happened a few minutes ago. Ababi got the assist by roaming down, but had to use the teleport to get back to lane after shopping for that Amphitrite Dome. And with that, half the timer from it later, the fight happens, and he has no TP to get back into the fight for the Dragon Beat. So WashedUpKids really played it great when it came to the timer on that teleport.
Yeah, definitely. And there seems to be a little bit of a CS discrepancy. As I said, Silver isn't that good in his laning phase, unfortunately, so he needs to make sure that he does not get caught, pick up a lot of CS for that with the Senna and Kai'Sa Of course, and there goes the engage onto the Senna, and it gets hit, and there's Echo cleaning it up, taking the kill. You should have given that to your AD carry mate, but alright, we'll take it. He's 3-0 already.
Yeah, that was really simple from on Earth.
Restore Hope, immediately punishing the Echo, being like, okay, you know what, you're bot side, I'm going top side, taking your blue, get that Rift Herald out of the way, and Jace can back me up if he needs to. Or
Yeah,
Faker can back me up if he needs to. My bad. No, not Jace.
Yeah, and immediately a response from Mistake as he went to steal the blue buff away. So blue buffs just traded between junglers from that, but all those 6 kills that WashedUpKids have been able to pick up means they are now almost 1k gold lead.
Yeah, though that reaction though from the side of Restore Hope does mean that they actually only have reduced of 1k instead of having 3 or 4k of gold difference at the moment with the plating, with the Rift Herald and all that CS that they're doing, because they are all up in CS except for the Jace, who isn't up in CS. But 44 versus 77 is a big deficit there for Sivir. Even though she's 3-0, she hasn't backed yet. Now she backed, and she can finally get her items and make sure that she can pull out that weight from under her there.
Yeah, but already the gold lead is diminishing, really. It's already down to 400 gold. So Restore Hope is doing a great job with their farming. So far as Earth, I was thinking about another Lantern Pack hook onto a Bobby, but just a little bit too much distance between them. There's actually a lane swapped over for sending Penguins onto the top lane against this Mordekaiser, but now Mordekaiser wants to do a little bit of damage, has that level